What's going on, guys? It's me, Shugishu. We are back with another umamusume video. This video, we are going to be starting the League of Heroes. This is still technically day one, because it still hasn't been a full day since it started. I still got, what time is it? Like, basically a whole 11 and a half hours until day two starts. So, like I said in today's video, since day two and 3 and possibly even 4, I think just 2 and 3. 2, 3. Yeah, because I'm gonna record 4 for Monday's video. Either 4 for Monday's video or 3 for Monday's video, either or. Whatever I decide to do. But in today's video, I'm gonna use my 5 tickets just to kind of like make it seem like I did two of my my usual day 1 and day 2 videos for League of Heroes, because it's gonna be the weekend. And then plus I did see that there was a good amount of comments, so I think it'll work with the amount of races we're gonna be having in today's videos. So with that being said, guys, before we do jump into the League of Heroes races, we starting from the very beginning at bronze rank, bronze 1 with 0 points. If you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. Yeah, if you want to join the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. That's all I wanted to say. But we are going to be using, as you guys can see here, Believe, Sakura Bakushino, the Sports Festival 1, and Wedding Current, because these are the 3 highest that I ended up trying. I'm just gonna see how it does, so we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. How am I matched up with everyone? There is a US 2. Am I surprised? Not really. I know for sure we'll be seeing US 2s anyway, but I mean, it is just bronze rank, so I shouldn't even be worrying. I shouldn't even be worrying. Let's just get to silver rank, and then from there we'll start worrying. For now, we just gotta get to silver rank. But before I do go over the comments, I just want to do a little talk while I'm here. I did do the Wuwa story, you know, my little talk before. Before going over the comments. I did do the Wuwa story, so I just gotta edit it and upload it. I don't know. I was gonna see if we lost, because I saw my current get left behind. So I was like, huh. Is this gonna be bad? Is this gonna be a bad League of Heroes? Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I did the Wuwa story. It actually wasn't as long as I thought it was gonna be, and there was only 1. I thought there would be 2, so I'm not too sure. Unless that 8-minute I met some after story was the one is what they're counting as the 3rd one before whatever this main story is with Dania. So I don't know. Yikes. But I did that. Did I do anything else? I did play a little bit of NTE. I did go to the end game and tried my second team, and it worked until I reached I think it was stage 9, and you could tell the difference. From stage 8 and stage 9, there was a huge difference. So I am Hunter rank 39, so once I hit 40, I'll be able to go to level 60 for my characters, and then I should be able to clear the rest of that. Should. Um, I don't think I have the gold to to fix up all my characters, but at the same time, it's like, dang, I already have 2 teams, and the second team is just kind of just the best I can do. It's not really like a set team like my Hotori team, but it's more like a team that just can't work for if I really needed a second team, I guess. I guess it's the only way I could describe it. And did I do anything else outside of those 2 games? I don't think so. Genshin just updated. Zenless, still I got like a week and a half until I need to finish the events. Although I wouldn't mind probably getting started on the events today and tomorrow if it takes me that long for the other games before I continue tootling on NT. At least that's how I feel. Excuse me. But also, I don't know. I think I also need to do, oh yeah, I should probably do my events this weekend. At least for maybe 1 or 2 of them at the very least. Cause I think I also need to do the Enfield ones. I also need to do Star Rail ones. So I might actually work on the other games events before I take my time on NTE. Maybe. Either that or I'll play NTE today. I'm gonna do my events like tomorrow instead. Who knows? Who knows? But also, this is also the first day where I'm recording and I haven't done my dailies yet for the early night dailies that I normally do. So this is the first time where can't believe I'm gonna say it, where I actually said, well, I didn't say all that. I mean, where my body felt like it was like, you know what, you're gonna get like a few hours of sleep rather than doing your dailies right then and there. Yeah. So after I edit this video and upload it, along with Wuwa, the Wuwa story, I'm gonna start on my dailies that should have been started like, as of right now as I'm recording, should have started like almost 5 hours ago. At least 5 hours ago. The latest would have been 5 hours ago. I should have started it like 7 hours ago. So it's a pretty significant time. It's gonna take me a bit, probably like a few days to try and fix the, my usual time, but it sometimes just be like that. It sometimes just be like that. But I don't think there's anything else to mention besides the fact that I do need to do my events because if I don't do at least some of them by next week, I'm gonna be overwhelmed by a lot more. So I should probably get started on some of them at the very least. Maybe, I don't know. I'll decide what. soon later on. But I think I should go over the comments because the total of comments and replies, it says is in 47. There's a significant amount, but I do feel like the fact that I'm doing all these races, even my tickets in this video, makes it perfect. So I'm gonna start going over all the comments right now and see how long it takes until we finish all my tickets, these 5 tickets. And yeah, if it wasn't obvious, by this point, yeah, it is not the usual time where I upload my videos, because like I said, I was late with the whole recording and all that, or I didn't even do my dailies yet. So yeah, I'm kind of running late today with my today's one of those days where it's just different for me, because my usual start to the day has been messed up. But oh well. Well, I wouldn't say messed up, it's just, yeah. So I'm gonna start going over the comments now, and then just go through all the races while I go over the thing. Plus we're still in bronze, so it's not like we're getting any consequences. We're not really losing anything in bronze rank, we're just trying to make it a silver rank. Although a part of me does feel like I should maybe train more, but you know what? It's the League of Heroes, whatever. If I decided to train more, is because I just felt like maybe I wanted to train more for the League of Heroes, if I so choose to. But regardless, I'm gonna start going over the comments now. Let me see. Okay, those are Novas. Alright, we'll just go to the usual. Starting off with Uma JP Enjoyer's comment. And it says, Red Desire could be a decent universal track runner, considering that it could run on both turf and dirt. Well, I mean, technically, if you put in the inheritance, I say this for most of the time when I do the banner overviews. Most of the time, technically, you can just use any Uma in any distance or turf or dirt, even if it's a G, as long as you do the inheritance and bring it up to an A at the very least throughout the training. Like what I was trying to do with Keto and dirt, or what I didn't. Yeah, what I was trying to do there. I couldn't train one as strong as the Marzensky, Romano, and whoever the other one I trained one was, but I think it was Cap, the other one. But I still managed to train one, just wasn't as strong. So, but yeah, you're right. Red Desire can be used for pretty much both. I think she had a D in dirt, and it fits the the Umas I use for dirt races. Umas who are usually better for turf because they have that as an A, but they can do dirt races if they wanted to. That's usually the dirt Umas that I bring over to the dirt events, so it is what it is. But thank you, Uma JP Enjoyer, for the comment. Appreciate it as always. Next comment is going to be from Eugen, with the first one saying, what are we training for again? Oh, see ya. I haven't done any Uma train for League of Heroes. I just auto default select my short distance Uma. I'll just RNG being in plat 4, but not necessarily I can reach it because I'm not try hard and my Oshi Uma is much of a risk compared to stabled Senko. So yeah, +1 for turbo title, all I need, though I'm still missing 1. Oh, we are same in regards to carrots, but you are a bit ahead, so next pull will be the new scenario. Most likely, yeah. Most likely, yeah. Well, I mean, you're still doing fine with just with how you're doing, you're still doing fine. With you being busy and all that, with how you are, with your auto defaults and all that. So with NTE, I may switch to proper email, same as Zenless, since the one with Hotori is a scrap email similar to HBR. So I may not have the Hotori on that account. Though I may have Sakiri and GON, so I have a leeway for selector to choose Daffodil. So I don't mind start all over since this next character banner is my interest, which is Lacrimosa, but not Muspel, because I'm looking for the witch. Oh, I got the Moonlight arc on that, even no Hotori, so you can say I'll go for guaranteed. So why not just keep the Hotori account though? that's just my just wondering, because you had gotten Hotori at a low pull. Sure, it's a scrap email, but if you're still using said scrap email for like reroll accounts, isn't that the whole point of having that said account, just for so you can choose between which account to choose from? At least that's what my idea is. At least that's what my thought. That's why I have, if I do rerolls, if I can't use the like salt emails, whatever's the best out of, well, if I keep rerolling, obviously, then that means I didn't get any good ones. But if I have to keep, if I'm limited between emails, I'd probably just pick the best out of the bunch, and it's fine from there. Because like if you're still using said scrap email, what's the whole point of re-rolling if you're not gonna keep the technically the better account or luckier account in a way, because you got Hotori early? It's like, what's the whole point of re-rolling if you're just gonna end up using your proper email? You know what I'm saying? It removes the whole re-rolling aspect, or it kind of just makes me wonder, why'd you even bother re-rolling if you're just gonna use your proper email? It doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, why go through all that time to re-roll if you were not gonna use any of the re-roll accounts? So at that point, you probably should just have dealt with your first roll if you're gonna use the proper email. That it makes more sense to me that way. It doesn't make sense to go through the rerolls and just end up using the one email that you'd rather use. So, just my thought process. But if you do prefer Lacrimosa, then technically this... Wait, no. Because you said if you do have Hotori's arc. Wait, why did you pull for Hotori's arc? If I'm a little confused. So in this account, with your proper email, you pulled for the Moonlight arc, Hotori's arc, before pulling for Hotori? I don't know. It's what it sounds like. It's what it sounds like. I'll just wait till the next comments for clarification. Plus, it gives it, I don't know if we'll give it a couple more days, a few more days, since it is I won't be recording or looking at comments until like Sunday, so we'll see. The last comment from Eugen says, I'm good. This audio, since it's much better to my deaf ear at max volume using my earbuds, but on speaker or PC, I'm not sure because I'm listening while I'm on my way home at the moment. I'm trying to wonder if it's you or is it me? Because, well, I guess besides Tanoki yesterday, I don't know. No one really has said anything, especially Nova. Nova hasn't said anything. So if Nova hasn't said anything this whole time, I feel like he hasn't seen any changes because he leaves the most comments and he hasn't said anything about my audio. So it's I'm still kind of like 50-50 about it because I mainly hear it from you, Eugen, and then yeah, Tanoki did kind of not kind of he did say like it was low with your comment yesterday, but other than that, it's like I haven't really heard besides out of the both of you. So I kind of still need more feedback to see if there was any difference from the others, because if it's good for you now, I don't know how it is for the others, so to speak. So yeah, I need to hear it from like Rick, Kazuki, and Nova, unless they had commented. But I don't think Kazuki. I mean, never mind. Kazuki did comment. I see right here. I don't think Rick commented, so I won't be able to see that. Uma JP Enjoyer did comment, but he didn't mention anything about the audio. And I'm going over Nova's later, so we'll see what happens. And I still need to go over Tanoki's and Kazuki, so we'll see what happens if they mentioned it. If not, then yeah, like I said, it's mainly just been you telling me about it, and for like the past, who knows now, like half a year now, maybe. And then like in between those, you didn't really said anything from the last time I changed it, so I assumed I was fine. Again, because then again, nobody was saying that it was low from the usual. Like Nova, Kazuki, Tanoki, whenever he would comment, even your random comments in between those months didn't really mention about the audio. So it's like, I guess I'm good. And then you mentioned it again. It's like, oh, but now you're good. But now I need feedback from others, because if you're good now, does that mean it's loud for the others if the others were fine? Or you know, I need to know. Other than that, thank you, Eugen, for the comments. Appreciate it as always. Next comment is from Eugen. What I was gonna say with the first one, but oh look, we made it exactly at 4,000. Exactly 4,000. I think it's the first time I did that at League of Heroes. Usually be like a little, or did it always stop at 4,000? I think it always stopped at 4,000. What am I talking about? Did it? Regardless, this is where we start using my tickets and continue with the comments. But the only comment from Tanoki says, why not train Red Desire for short League of Heroes? I'm already seeing some short Red Desire Makaizos. Well, that's because it's the first training for Red Desire, so I'd rather try and train her for the distance that she's best for in the beginning, or like the first training, just to see how it is. Rather than just straight just jumping into training her for short distance. Just saying, you know. just saying. So yeah, that's just pretty much the reason. It was my first training with Red Desire. They didn't want to just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just train her for short distance right away. Otherwise, I would have done that for Daring Heart also. But I didn't. I traded Mile first. So Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's like wondering why I didn't train Daring Heart short distance first, even though she had to be in short distance. But thank you, Tanoki, for the comment. Appreciate it as always. And it's kind of bad. We already lost our first like official ticket race. At third place. At third place. This might be a low plat League of Heroes run for this League of Heroes event. This might be a low one, depending on how my runs go, but it is what it is. Next comments we'll be going over before going over Nova's comments is from Kazuki, with the first one saying, Red Desire out of nowhere, Cygames really pushing to ruin my poll plans. And to top it off, next month is the new scenario. Next month is the new scenario. That is correct. That is correct. At the end of next, somewhere around the end of next month, if I'm not mistaken. It's usually around the 20 something. 24th? 25th? One of those. Around there. The team I picked for this League of Heroes is Calstone Light. Auto pick, of course, for short distance. Daring Heart and Kern-chan Wedding. I do have her too. The reason I pulled for Daring Heart last minute on my main account because of her running style form being cool, plus she's a Gyaru. Well, I think we already knew she had that Gyaru vibe going on. Oh yeah, I also got Donna in a single 10 pull. I got both of them, so I think it's worth it. Finally, I got her. Wait. I remember someone... I don't know who. But I remember someone mentioning that Gentle Donna, like this was around Gentle... Someone mentioned that Gentle Donna or Ferv wasn't on the general pool, but you just got Gentle Donna in a Daring Heart banner. So I don't know what to make out of this now because... Yeah. Yeah, because that's what, at least what I remember. I just remember someone mentioning in the comments like maybe a year ago, within the year, that like those Umas like Orferv and Gentle Donna wasn't in the general pool, but you got her in Daring Hearts banner, which is not any special kind of banner. It ain't no anniversary banner. It ain't no like rerun banner or nothing like that. It's just a banner they released prior to the League of Heroes. Ooh, 4th place. That was bad. So maybe I was right the whole time? Or maybe they added them later on? I don't know. They have been released for a while, but you don't necessarily hear like someone getting spooked by Donna or Ferv too much. One, given if my assumption with the general pool just basically being filled with all the Umas that has been released, which I still believe so. Which I still believe so. There's just so many Umas, it's hard to get spooked by the one that you will actually want. So yeah, I feel like it is possible. I'm gonna stick by it. I'm gonna stick by it at this point. I don't know who said that, but I'm sorry, I'm sticking to it now. If Kazuki ended up getting Gentle Donna in the Daring Heart banner. Unless you're gonna tell me, whoever said that, unless you're gonna tell me that Daring Heart banner was some kind of, you know, one of those banners, but oh, there's an upcoming wedding costume, right? Not prepared for that too. It depends who it is. It all depends on who it is. But yeah, it should be upcoming because by the time the League of Heroes is ended, because this is usually the time they would release, or next week, I should say, was usually the time they release the story events, and usually around that time, it's right before June. It would be the June Bride event. So yeah, I did the 10 tickets in day 1 and ended up in silver 4. So far they're doing so well, especially my Callstone Light. She's my carry. Let's see in gold and plat territory if their performance is consistent or if we'll drop. I have a question. How did you get 10 tickets in the first day when I only have 5 right now? Or I guess 4 right now. It's still within the first day, so how'd you get 10 tickets? Or did you think you had 10 tickets when when bronze rank is basically free? Because I do remember you saying this same thing the first time when you did the League of Heroes, and I'm like, and I'm pretty sure I said the same thing. How did you get 10 tickets on the first day of League of Heroes when there's only 5? Because it literally just started like 13 hours ago for me. It hasn't been a full day yet. So there's no way there's no way you had gotten a reset tickets already. Red Desire is so kawaii. I want her on my main account. Well, I mean, for some odd reason, your alt account likes to get the umas you want to pull for on your main account. I ain't wrong, because I feel like I've heard you say that your alt account has gotten a lot of these umas that you wanted. And I'm pretty sure I've joked around or maybe suggested that your alt account technically might be your main account later on if you keep getting umas you want on that account. But then again, I don't know your support card situation in that one, so it might just be the umas there, but yeah, I don't know your support card situation there. I'm gonna just assume you only been pulling umas there, and that's why it's your alt account. Actually, no, I feel like you might have done support cards too, because if you're keeping an alt account, I'm gonna assume you're still playing alongside your main account, still treating it the same in a way, and not just leaving it there just to log in and play. That's what I'm thinking. You can tell me how you run your alt account. That Teo speed and Neo power is too buttery and juicy. I mean, for you, it sounds like the Teo one would work, because you said you were looking for a leader speed card. But we are like also, what, almost like pretty much like still 3 months, right? Yeah, pretty much still 3 months away from the half annie, which would be a year since a Teo speed card has been released. So do you want to risk it? What if they release another one? Who knows? Do I know? Not really. Not really, so we'll see. At this point, GTA 6 will become a living myth in a fairy tale story. GTA 6 has been so long. it's been so long. Like ridiculously long. Let me see. GTA 5. When was that release? Yeah, it's been freaking 13 years. It's been 13 years. It's not to say that if I were to go back to play GTA 5 right now, it's not to say I won't have fun going back into it even till this day. It's just like waiting for another Elder Scrolls. Like Skyrim was years ago also. Right, there wasn't an Elder Scrolls 6 because Skyrim was the 5th one, right? Is there even any rumors for... Yeah, Skyrim was, what, 2011 from what it seemed like, I think? So it's a little bit longer than GTA 6. Wow, 2 weeks ago it just says Elder Scrolls 6 is taking so long and full production should start around August 2023. So I wonder how much longer it will take for them to release the game. Or, you know. So they just started 3 years ago from what it sounds like for Elder Scrolls 6. Not that I'm in any rush because the last time I played Skyrim, or when Skyrim came out, that was like the only thing I played on my free time. Will I play Elder Scrolls 6 for this channel? Probably. If I enjoyed Skyrim. I mean, Skyrim was good, Oblivion was good and all that, so it's not like the Elder Scrolls games weren't good, so. And then the last comment from Kazuki says, by the way, there's another live stream from Paka Live, I think. They will announce at Uma's they are getting a wedding costume, but also the next new support card. Already? Well, I guess so, because they normally do... Well, actually, I don't remember how their live streams were. I just know they usually do a live stream, like, the morning... At least for me, the morning they release, sometimes, or most of the time, the morning they release their, the Uma, or the morning the day before, one of those. I don't exactly remember. It's been a long time since I looked at his Paka live stream. I don't know. I don't know what stream would it be. But other than that, thank you, Kazuki, for all the comments. Appreciated as always. And that now leaves us with the rest of the comments, which is all from Nova. How are we doing so far? Silver 2 with 2 tickets. I think my usual is like Silver 3. I don't know. I think. Or is that low? Regardless, I'm start going over Nova's comments, because those are the last comments I need to go over. Alright, so the first comment from Nova as I scroll down says... Okay, so this is the first one. Did 2 manual Uma runs, man, that was exhausting. The runners are done with Carlstone Light and Valentine Machan. Now it's Halloween Bono. Eugene says, tempted to use selector for Carlstone Light. Where did the... But she is tall but runner Uma. But you use Mihono Burb, or didn't you train Mihono Bourbon before? Because she's a runner, even though she's tall? Didn't you do that before? Nova says Carlson Dark. Yeah, if we're gonna, it's Carlstone Light, so yeah, Carlson Dark is funnier. And then Nova says height, not Eugen approve. Well, from my understanding, it was either height or it being a runner. From what I remember, how the early days were with Eugen. Is the next sea a medium distance? If so, I think Admire, Groove, Red Desire, and Still in Love will be my pick. Betweener meta is back, baby. It's whoever I train for me. It's gonna be the usuals. Like, will you expect a Kita and Cap run at one point? Most likely, probably even a Teo run at one point. When I start to prep. But I do want to see if I can bring Red Desire, and any of the other newer Umas I do have, rather than the old ones. But we'll see if I can bring a mixture of both. Maybe like Kita, Red Desire, someone else. I'm just gonna be training a whole bunch of Umas, different Umas anyway, so it's fine. Still haven't done TOA just because I was feeling it for a while, or I guess you weren't feeling it because you said I was feeling it. I guess I have a long weekend to do it since I don't have work on Monday. And yeah, the scoring is also kind of long. I don't know how to use Luke at first, so I didn't get the S rank at first. I could have just used other characters, but I want to play the trial ones. Same, I did the same thing. Since I was like, huh, if they're already here, I might as well use the characters I don't have and just have fun with them, right? So I pretty much did the same thing. They probably would do some Cyberpunk collab teaser quests. There's most likely going to be some quests. There can't be a collab without no quests. I don't know if Lucilla is in the first or second phase. I would assume the second phase. I would assume. That's just my assumption. But if they put her in the first phase, I guess I just won't be surprised. Because, yeah. As for the free character, I heard you need the other collab character to work as a shared mechanic. I don't know what mechanic you're talking about. Well, it is what it is. It's hard to like a collab character, especially if you don't know the IP. True. True. One event chain is nice. You don't have to worry about not completing the chain. Some of my Uma runs are just sad because I couldn't finish one chain run on time. I'm still using those Umas though. I think that Measuro Ryan card I used in yesterday's trading was the first time I used a single event chain card. So I wasn't sure if I was... for a part of me was just like, am I using a good card or something or not? I don't know. But yeah, I was just confused. NCE weapon banners are kind of weird. I guess it's like Enfield's character gacha. It has a guarantee of 80. But you can lose a 50-50 more than once along the way. Character gacha, or couldn't you just said similar to their weapon gacha banner? Because I'm pretty sure the weapon gacha in Enfield is pretty much the same as NTE if you could lose a 50-50, but you're guaranteed within 80 or something like that. Isn't that pretty much Arknight's or Enfield's gacha banner? Because when I was doing the weapon pulls, well, I had gotten Fungi's early, so when I started pulling for Rossi's, the first two 6-star weapons I had gotten weren't Rossi's weapons, so I ended up just going for the guaranteed. So if that's the case, then isn't that the same as Enfield's weapon banner rather than the character banner? just saying. Don't know what the bank heist is, but I'm just chilling. It seems that I need to get a motorbike for my new bike skin. I'm gonna get it. I don't see a reason to rush NCE now. Rather, I see a reason to rush the other big gachas and make sure those are caught up all the way. Well, I still think you should at least spend... I still think you should do the bank heist, because honestly, to get 1 million in-game currency or monies for the game, especially in the beginning, is going to take you a long time in general. So if you're not going to do anything else in NC, I feel like you should do that at least, because for the most part, you'll be spending like, I think like 10, I forgot how many minutes, like 10-12 minutes per attempt in the bank heist. And on top of that, if you don't successfully exit the bank heist, whatever you collected in the bank heist, whatever amount of cash you had gotten or whatever, you get nothing. So that run is totally just dead. So I feel like you should at least try and get the money while also maybe getting used to the whole bank heist thing. Maybe find like, cause it's RNG also, so with like different rooms and all of that, boss monsters or whatever, boss enemies. Yeah. There's a lot of things that you should try and keep up with in NT, especially in the beginning for like resources, in my opinion. Cause a lot of monies. A lot of buddies. At least that's how I see it. At least that is how I see it. I am lacking 2 supports for this time around. For short this time around. The Callstone Speed and Machan Guts. Then again, I can't use those if I'm training Machan and Callstone. that is true. That is true. Oh wow, there's still a good amount of comments left. What mustard? I didn't get no red desire. You be tripping. Hint, the double negative. Yeah, the double negative equals a positive. Like, didn't you say you got red desire? What the hell are you talking about? I swear you got her. Didn't you say that? Didn't you say you got her? I swear you did. Da, 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 da. Fusion. What the? Oh wait, this is not even the the right video. What the heck? There we go. I don't know. Unless I finished the entire main story without that. Only 2 rainbows. It's a Vivlo's Bride banner. Actually, I don't think you mentioned it. You did mention that you would pull. I swear you did, though. Or am I just tripping? I might be tripping. Which, if I'm tripping, then I'm tripping. But double negative equals positive? Isn't that how it is? So, I'm not tripping. I'm gonna go with that. Oh, is this clarification from the audio from Nova? I guess your voice sounds the same. To me, the decibel on this channel has not changed in years. So if Eugen and Tanoki, at least only Eugen and Tanoki I'm aware of, I'm on the lower end of their audio, but for you, I've been the same when I've been in the same decibel range for your audio. This whole time, even though I was moving it up and down for the others, so I don't know who's I don't know who's tripping. I don't know who's right and who's wrong. But I guess if you're fine and the others are better now, it's like it doesn't make sense. I had made changes, but you didn't notice the changes. But for them, they did. For at least for those 2, they did. So I'm kind of confused still. It's like, I guess I'll just keep it as how I did it yesterday, because it worked out better for Eugen and I don't know about Tanoki. He didn't mention it. But thank you, Noah, for letting me know that. Because at least I know yours is fine the whole time, like I assume, because you hadn't mentioned anything about my audio the whole time. Yeah, Eugen, managing a business can be a pain. I think how they implemented that in Zenless is fine. I miss that mode though. It's a shame Hoyo stopped supporting that mode. Um, it's not even that hard in NTE. You're literally just setting up what you want to sell and just making sure you're restocking your supplies every so often. Well, not you don't even have to restock throughout the day. You can literally pay for the 72-hour restock, and then you should be fine and restore and your ingredients until the next day, the dailies, unless you log in during the day and just restock it just to make sure. But there's nothing hard about the business. Or I also checked the shops. Pretty much all the shops that were for sale were all the cafes that you can own. So yeah. It's not even that hard, and you don't even want to set up something that'll take like that won't even be any trouble to set up. Eugen says, well, the way I treat business in NT is like how I manage my business on GTA, so it looks normal to me and not that annoying. Hey, I pretty much made the same comparison with GTA, where it was pretty much the same. Or it's pretty much the same. So yeah, I totally get it. In my opinion, GTA's is actually a little bit more complicated because it's more hands-on. At least I'm comparing it to the online GTA business experience, because like I said in yesterday's video, you make the manual deliveries, and if you're in a public lobby, they can steal your stuff. So yeah. Oh, and I think you get rated also. Yeah. Nova says, I didn't unlock Cafe, and I'm like, wait, isn't this just Enfield AFK Operator Simulator? Well, I guess it is indeed Brain Dead. Yes, that's what I said. It was so easy. I literally described it yesterday. The same way I did it today. You literally pick what you want to sell, and you just restock. And the only way to level up your cafe is to constantly collect your income from your sales in that business. So the fact that you didn't want to start it early on already kind of sets you back a little bit, but it's fine. It's fine. But I still advise doing the bank heist just so you can get a feel for it, and you could, I don't know, yeah, get a feel for it pretty much. Beginner missions are obviously the stuff you clear for me and Eugen, and I am still tackling those, but man, there are too many things to do, and I am a bit overwhelmed, not gonna lie. Coming from a guy who plays double-digit gachas. Also, maybe? But I'm more surprised. The fact that you and I play so many gacha games, the fact for you to be overwhelmed is maybe a little bit surprising to me. I'm not sure. Green is my least favorite color, so now you see why Eugen is my rival. I don't know if I can say green is my least favorite color. Like, I could say I like green more than brown. Like, with brown, there's only so many shades of brown that I actually kind of like. Or trying to think of the other colors. Green, I mean, it's not like I hate green. It's just there's not a lot of shades of green that I do like. So yeah. Whereas for like red and blue has always been a thing. It's funny, I like red and blue a lot, and the whole ice and fire elements also for me. It's kind of like, I don't know. And they're technically blue and red also, right? And if you think about it. but it is what it is. My Ancient Flash speed card is at 2LB. Should I use Rainbow Crystals to MLB it? That is up to you. That is up to you. I do find the disc shop owner in Zenless attractive. Then again, a lot of NPCs in this gacha is hot. The more that I think about it, the more I'm crashing out. Zenless? Yeah, the Zenless, they did... Wait, the disc shop? Like, the construct? I'm gonna let you be Nova. I'm gonna let you, Nova, just be yourself. Gotchas and their picture taking, man. All the big gotchas have taking pictures as a mechanic. I think it's a plague in gaming, like how every game has a fishing minigame. Wait, NTE has one too, doesn't it? Yeah, it was expected. It was expected. I wasn't surprised to see a fishing minigame there. But, well, I was gonna say that most of these big game gotchas have cell phones. Yeah, Starro has cell phone. But then again, Rua has their own kind of camera, and or I guess, yeah, I guess it would be whatever. What's it called? Things called again? Whatever that, and Genshin just has a camera. So yeah. Well, Zonko just did a Grand Architect move there. I low-key would still pull for Grand Architect in that form, though. There's something about an evil girl that attracts me. Oh no, Linnae rerun mention. Yep, Linnae rerun mention. Fridays is so much better in Taiwan. Got rice. I feel like that whole rice thing was a whole Asian, like a whole Asian thing to say. Got custom made menu and everything else. Plus it's cheaper, of course. Well, yeah, I would assume it's cheaper. It's not America. Yeah, playing the female NCE Pro Tag is like me playing Star Rail without me ever playing it. She's literally like, she could be like a baby sister of Stell from Star Rail, literally. And then freaking Callus from Star Rail, Wise from Zenless, and Zero from NCE could literally be three brothers with their gray hair and typical same hairstyle, typical male main character hairstyle, with or without a ponytail, like Rover, or NT has one too, right? Yeah. Like if we're gonna, oh, it says here. I'm gonna continue because the next comment says maybe you're onto something, Shushu. All the male pro tags could be blood related. We can ignore Genshin. No, we could say Ether. We could say Ether just dyed his hair blonde because he literally his hair is a little bit more like longer, poofier than the others, but it's still pretty typical. He still also has a ponytail. We could just say he bleached his hair or dyed his hair blonde. And then I guess Rover being the only one with with black hair with a ponytail, but the same typical hairstyle. You know. This is why I always pick the female character for the main, or for one of the main reasons, is because I at least see a difference in the female characters. Like a bigger difference in the female characters than the male characters. And I personally feel like I get more expressions out of the female characters than the male characters. Because then I do remember a cutscene in Zenless when it was a comparison between Wise panicking and Bell panicking. And I like Bell panicking better between those two. So yeah, Bell's reactions are definitely better than Wise's reactions. I would think the same between Stell and Callus and Star Rail. Plus, I'd rather just be looking at, my opinion, I'd rather just be looking at a female character than a male character. Just saying. I still haven't done the cafe shoo. Probably gonna procrastinate it. It sounds like you did it anyway from your earlier reply, so I think we're fine. Oh, shoo, we will always bash Enfield gacha system here unless something changes. The real question is, will they change anything about their gacha? Because I don't think they would. I don't think they would, but with that being said, guys, that is pretty much it for all the comments. So thank you to Noki, Kazuki, Nova, Yujin, and Uma JP and Joy for all the comments. Appreciate as always. And now, with that being said, guys, that is going to be the end of this video. So as you guys can see, we did make it a silver 3 for the tickets. We are about 800 off from, or 750 off about from silver 4. So we should be able to, I don't know where I'll be by the time, probably somewhere around gold or early plat by the time I record day 4 or day 3 for Monday's video. So we'll see how I do within the next few days. But with that being said, guys, that is going to be the end of this video. If you guys did make it this far, I do want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys are up to for the weekend. Let me know how you guys did in your League of Heroes attempts over the weekend, since I don't really, the first day isn't really necessarily that important because it's just the first batch of tickets. So, and if there's anything else you want to talk about that's not Uma related, just leave it down in the comment section down below. As long as appropriate, I'll go over it. And if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. So with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you once again. Have a good weekend. And as always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.